Alrighty, boys and girls, here we have Chapter 6, Section 8, Extra Practice Problems. So, I'm going to put two problems up here. I want you to solve them and graph them, and then press play. We can check out and see if you're right or wrong. Okay, so in the first problem, the variable's on the left-hand side, so we're going to look there. And the constant, remember, that's the number all alone without a variable, is 15. We have a minus 15, and the opposite of minus 15 is plus 15. The 15's cancel, leaving 4x, and 5 plus 15 is 20. Now remember, you only flip the inequality sign if you multiply or divide by a negative number. Since we didn't do that, it stays the same. Now we have 4 multiplied by x is less than or equal to 20. The opposite of multiplication is division, so divide both sides by 4. The 4's on the left cancel. 20 divided by 4 is 5. And even though we divided, we did not divide by a negative number, so the inequality symbol stays the same. To graph this, set up a simple number line, add your circle. Now, because we have x is less than or equal to 5, we know x can equal 5. That's what that line right there means. So we're going to go ahead and fill in that circle. Also, if x doesn't equal 5, we know it's less than 5. Since x is less than 5, remember, the numbers less than are to the left. Less than starts with an L, left starts with an L. You can use that on a test if that helps you remember it. And we're done. Let's look at number 2. This time, the variable's on the right-hand side. The constant is 15. Since there's nothing in front of it, I know it's a positive 15. And the opposite of plus 15 is minus 15. The 15's on the right cancel, leaving 11x. And on the left, negative 73 minus 15 is going to be negative 88. Because I did not multiply or divide by a negative, the inequality symbol stays the same. And now I have negative 88 is greater than or equal to 11 multiplied by x. The opposite of multiplication is division. And the 11's on the right-hand side cancel, leaving x. And on the left, negative 88 divided by 11 is negative 8. Now don't be tricked here. My answer is negative 8, but did I divide by a negative number? No. The only time you flip this inequality sign is if you multiply or divide by a negative number. So that inequality sign is going to stay the same. So now I have negative 8 is greater than or equal to x. Let's go ahead and graph this. Now, since x can equal negative 8, we're going to go ahead and shade in this circle. And now, to figure out whether or not we shade in the less than or greater than side, let's take a look at this. We have negative 8 is greater than or equal to x. So if you can read this and you understand it, wonderful. But if this gives you trouble, read it the other way around. X is less than or equal to negative 8. If x is less than, that means that we're going to shade in this side right here. And if you wanted to check your answer just to verify that it's right, a number that's less than negative 8 would be negative 10. If I put a negative 10 in here for x, well, negative 8 is greater than or equal to negative 10. That's true, so it works. Let's try 2 more. Okay, here are the problems. Again, try and work them out. Once you think you have them done and graphed, press play. Let's see how you did. Okay, so the first one, the variable's on the left-hand side, and you can see that the constant is a 2, a minus 2. The opposite, plus 2. The 2's on the left cancel, leaving x divided by 5. And on the right, 1 plus 2 is 3. Because I did not multiply or divide by a negative, the inequality symbol stays the same. Now, to get rid of this divided by 5, because our variable x is being divided by 5, the opposite of division, multiplication. So we're going to do that on both sides. The 5's on the left cancel, and on the right, 3 times 5 is 15. Because we did not multiply by a negative, the inequality symbol stays the same. And now for a simple graph. Because x cannot equal 15, it's just greater than 15, we leave that circle empty. Since x is greater than 15, we shade in the right-hand side. Next one. The variable's on the right. The constant is 6. The opposite of plus 6 is minus 6. The 6's cancel. The opposite of dividing by 14 is multiplying by 14. Because I multiplied by a positive number, the inequality symbol stays the same. Now for our number line. 42 is less than or equal to x, or if I read it this way, x is greater than or equal to 42. Since it's equal, I shade in the bubble. Since x is greater than, I shade in the right-hand side. Alright, and let's try just one last problem. Okay, there you go. Try and work that one out. Press play when you're ready. Okay, so the variables on the left-hand side, we can see the constant is a 1, a plus 1. So, to take care of that, subtract 1 from both sides. 1's cancel. And subtracting does not change the symbol at all, just multiplying and dividing by a negative. Now, we have x divided by negative 2 is less than or equal to positive 3. The opposite of division is multiplication, so we're going to multiply both sides by negative 2. The negative 2's cancel, and 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Now, because we multiplied by a negative, that's one of those exceptions. That means that we're going to flip this inequality symbol. So x is greater than or equal to negative 6. Let's graph it. Because x is greater than or equal to, equal means that we shade in this circle. Greater than, we color on this side. And there we go. If you can handle all those problems,